morning and welcome to Art by Julie E. I'm Julie E. and today we are going to be doing a school glue swipe, bloom swipe, on this $5 wood egg cutout that I got at Target. These are my colors. There is TLP Lagoon, TLP Show Pony, TLP Grunge, and a Franken Purple. Yeah, Franken Purple, it's a mixture of a bunch of different purples. I don't remember exactly what brands went into it, but yeah, look at that Show Pony. Beautiful. And they leave a mound, but not a mound on a mound on a mound. So they're thick, but they're not too thick, if that makes sense. So those are our colors there. And then I've got two cell activators. I've got titanium white and bronze from Amsterdam. There are the bottles. Check it out. All of these are made with a 70% school glue and 30% water pouring medium. Now to that pouring medium, I add 1 part paint to 2 parts pouring medium. For my colors, for my cell activator, it's 1 part Amsterdam opaque paint to 3 parts pouring medium. I did not like this first one. I thought the problem was my white cell activator. Turns out it's my purple. For some reason, my purple wants to really sew up through all the other paints and eat some of the others. So I'm not sure. I know there's some Master's Touch purple or violet in there. I know there's some Arteza purple in there. I know those two for sure, but what the others are that are in it, I'm not quite certain. But yeah, you'll see once we get going here that purple really sells up. It's pretty. It comes out pretty. I'm not gonna lie. I love it. It was not what I was expecting though. I kind of wish a little bit more of the grunge and lagoon would have showed up in my egg, but I'm still really, really pleased with how this comes out. I do save all of the runoff from the first one that you just witnessed me scrape, and then what you see running off around the outer edges there, I save it all in a cup, and you will see I will use it again on the bunny because this is a twofer. I have a little wood bunny from Target also. These little wood things were only $5 at Target, and they're a lot of fun. They're just really fun. And here we go. I'm putting on my layer of bronze onto my little palette knife there, or spatula, frosting spatula, whatever you want to call it. And we're just going to swipe across, and you will see. It takes a little longer than Australian Floetrol to see the magic, but I think the lacing comes out looking just as pretty as Australian Floetrol, and it's a whole lot cheaper and available across the world, if that makes sense. Like, I'm pretty sure people in Europe can get Elmer's School Glue easier than what they can get Aussie Floetrol. So that's why I like to use it. It's accessible to most of my viewers, and I'm cheap. I'm not gonna lie about that. Okay, some people say stop using the word cheap. You're frugal. So yes, I'm frugal, and like I said, I will use up all this paint. I don't like to waste paints, and even the paint that you see run off the bunny coming up, that will get poured back into a cup and reused in a future painting. It's just how I roll. So here you go. You can see the lacing starting. I'm gonna tilt a lot of that excess bronze off of there and give it a few spins. And yeah, I will let you watch from here. I'll put on some music, and I'll see you back when it's time to do the bunny. Okay, we are back with our bunny. While you're watching me pour the bunny, kind of keep an eye in the background at that egg and look at those purple cells popping up. Can you see them? It's crazy, huh? What I'm doing is I'm taking all that runoff from doing the egg and I am smearing it all over the bunny. So when I do pour my normal colors all over it, it will glide over it and cover it a little bit better, as you can kind of see there. So here we go in, and it's just a matter of layering your other colors the way you like. I don't like to put and layer them all in a cup first, because sometimes as you're going around and around and pouring and stuff, a certain color will come out and kind of take over, and then you've got to start adding and layering again and everything. This way, if you just kind of dip your stick, your stir stick, into your paints and drizzle it where you want it, you get a better outcome, in my opinion, I think. You know, you can get more of a certain color if you like it in certain areas and everything. I just think you have more control doing it this way than just layering all your paints in a cup and kind of doing a ring pour over the top. It takes a little bit more time, but I enjoy the process. Trying to think of if I need to tell you anything else. Oh, really cool. Towards the end here, I am going to take my bronze cell activator and put it on there and give it a couple little puffs over the head, and you'll see the lacing appear. I think it's so cool. But yeah, other than that, put the music back on and you can watch me drizzle, and I'll see you back here for dry results. Oh, real quick before I forget, please do those UB2B thingies, the likey, sharies, and subscribies. They help us out a lot and they're free for you. And don't forget to visit my Thursday Train Buddies videos. It's Dave's DRH Acrylic Creations, or Dave's Acrylic Creations, I believe now is the name of his channel, and Just Janice. Their videos were right before me, and the links to their videos are down in my description. You don't want to miss what they did today. Okay, now we can start some music. cute? I sent them up in my asparagus fern because it reminds me of Easter grass. So it looks like they're sitting in a big Easter basket. So cute. I thought about possibly drilling holes in the bottom of these. Look at that. He's so cute. But yeah, just drilling like a hole in the bottom of them and then cutting like the straight part of a wire hanger and putting them up there and gluing them so that I could make little plant stakes out of them and leave them in the, but yeah, this one's got a space where you could drill a hole and put it in there too. But yeah, do you see those cells? Look at those purple cells. Man, they took over. But it's still pretty, huh? I love it. And I love the clear coat that I put on it too. It's a clear engine coat that I really love. It's a no-bake engine coat, but it gives it a real glossy finish, almost like resin, but it's heat resistant, like up to 500 degrees and everything. And yeah, I mean, it's great, resistant to oils and fluids and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, technically I could leave these out in the weather if I had to, but here they are. I decided to put them on my table for a little Easter centerpiece, and I think they're adorable. I hope you go out to Target and get you some, and until next time, loves and hugs, y'all. Happy spring!